What up? It's Nick, Afternoon Show in studio with Gianni and Kyle. Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island, New England.
Thank you for having us, man.
Big single out right now, Do You Even Miss Me at All? We're going to talk about the album, touring, but first let's talk about the single and what it means to you guys.
Yeah, isn't it great? It's just a really good song. Let's just talk it up, yeah, right? No, it's actually wrote it, started to write it when I got dumped about 2 years ago. Super sad. Just kind of one of my deepest moments in life. And I remember he went to go grab food one day, and I was still at the studio, and I came up with the melody for the hook and just kind of the concept overall. And he calls me, and he's like, "I just canceled my reservation.
I'm on the way.
I'm coming back.
Turn the mic on."
And he just rushed back, and then he loved it, and we just created it right there on the spot. And then, took us like a year to release it. Kind of, kept it low key for a minute, and then just started going off.
So a sense of pain that you experienced made this great song.
I think that's what made it so good. It's like just came from the heart, you know? Sometimes people just make songs just to make songs, but this one was a very realistic situation that was happening in kind of both of our lives at the time. So it's very special to us.
So the video is approaching 1 million views. Really cool concept. I think that, like you said, encapsulates the message of the song.
Yeah.
No matter what job you've had, you've been there before, shooting that text back and forth. So is that what you guys wanted to convey?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it
definitely.
Just wanted to make a really cool concept for the video. I think you actually.
Yeah, I wanted to show how it was like you could be on camera and look like turn up, everything's so cool, but then pop star, and then as soon as the camera's off, you're like, oh man, like did you text me back? Like what's going on?
Just a normal person, like something that everyone goes through. It's like everything's just flashing lights and stuff, but then when the cameras turn off, it's like I'm going through real life situations just like everyone else,
So on top of the single, you have a new album that's out, Say It Back, 7 songs, about 20 minutes. It's been out for about a month and a day. So what's the reception been like out in this moment for you guys, from your fans and the reception overall?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, the fans are super, genuine and kind, and just like they just spread everything around. It's great. And then we actually had our first headline shows ever back in September, like 3 days after the project dropped. And neither of us really knew what to expect at all. If people were going to show up or anything like that. And our first show was in LA.
And they did.
And they showed up. They showed up. The place was packed. It was great.
Check. That's a good
game.
And
then, but like, I walked on stage not expecting anything, and then I sang one song. It's called Senorita from the project Say It Back. And saying one word, and then everyone just started screaming everything. And I was like, this is insane. This is like everyone saying, I didn't have to do anything.
I've asked artists about this before, but that has got to be the most insane, surreal feeling to have a crowd of thousands of people just sing your words back. It's got to be wild.
Greatest moment of my life, other than being here right now with you guys. You know what I mean?
I agree completely.
Yes, 100%.
So another song I want to talk about off the album is Malibu. I really liked it. Cool vibes. Anytime you can work onomatopoeia into a song, by the way, I think that's pretty dope. So can you tell us about how that song came about?
Oh man, that came from you, right?
Yeah, I think we were both visiting family. I was in Florida, and he was in
Maryland.
Yeah, he was in Maryland.
Yeah.
And our homie Nicky Quinn, who produced the entire album, he like sent us just like a guitar that he played. It was just like a voice memo, and I just remember hearing it, and immediately, like 2 seconds in, I'm like, Malibu, and we just had it, and we just like worked on it once we got back to LA.
Yeah, kind of the whole song constructed like on opposite ends of the country, and then came back and we're just like, let's do it. And that was actually the first song we made from the Say It Back project.
You mentioned a breakup with the single that's out right now. In all of these 7 songs, there seems to be a common theme through all of them. So I guess, do any of these girls, have they contacted you? Do they know that they're about them? Or what's going on with
I think Gianni's ex has to know that it's about her.
So she dumped me back in like 2017, so this is a while back, right? And I spent some time getting over it. I'm much happier in a better relationship now. But in that moment, I was like, I saw her one other time after we broke up, and I just came out with it. I was like, hey, I wrote a song about you. And then she's like, oh my God, can I hear it? I was like, no. It's like, well, what's it about? I was like, you'll know. And they came out, and I haven't seen her or spoken to her since.
No, she hasn't reached out?
No.
Probably for the best.
It's probably for the best, yeah.
Probably for the best?
Yeah. No, I haven't been reached out either. Maybe they're just over us.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's what it is. Time to move on,
Yeah.
They're just taking that they were the inspiration to this music.
I think, maybe like she's going to take it and like brag about it. And I'm like, that's like the worst case scenario.
I feel like we might get hit with a lawsuit. Maybe they want like 50%.
There's no names? How can you prove it? They can't prove it.
I can't prove anything. You could try.
So the concepts that we talked about are heavily resonating with the college crowd. I mean, we talked about it before, you guys doing college shows. Why do you think with that demo is specifically that they resonate and get with your music?
Oh man, It's a great question. I think it's because, you know, just the fact that we're just fresh out of college. I just graduated from the University of Maryland back in 2017.
And I dropped out.
And
Shout out to you both.
you know, it's just like, it's just, we try to be fun and youthful just because we are and just genuine people. And I think especially college crowds, you know, receive that very well because they're just trying to have fun as well, you know. It's like, we just recently had a college show with T-Pain like 3 days ago, and I went out to the bar afterwards with like fans and stuff, and they're like, no artists ever do that. Like, just come and just hang out with the kids and just try to have a good time with everyone else. Everyone's like too cool for school kind
Sure.
of thing, you know. But I'm just like, nah, you guys are the reason that we have this job in the first place. You know, why not, you know, keep that relationship together, like that we're just genuine normal guys.
Well, that's cool to know too. I mean, people are gonna have that experience of watching you on stage and then have another story to tell, hanging
Exactly.
out with you after the fact too.
Right.
So I think that's pretty smart of you guys.
We had a frat show like a couple months ago.
Yep.
Was it a couple months ago? And I remember like we were just after the show, before the show, we were just hanging out with everyone, like drinking with them. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's them right there." I'm like, "I'm right here. Like, you want to take a shot right now? Like, let's go. Like, what's going on?"
It's like everyone's like
I'm
trying to act
not-
like we walk in there with like Drake or something. I'm like, nah, it's just like we're here, Gianni
Pour the
Kyle,
shots. Let's go.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So you mentioned his name. I do want to ask you, just going through your catalog, Nicky Quinn is a guy who I've seen on everything, producing, writing with all of your music. So
Yep.
what's his relationship to you guys?
Best friend.
Oh, whoa, jinx.
Was that planned?
No, no, it's just genuine. He was living with us. He got enough money to move downstairs,
Literally right below.
right below us. And yeah, he's just been with us from the jump. I mean, we have a whole team that we came with from Maryland. We're all Maryland based, and we just came out together. We've just been making music together since, you know, 2015, 16. And, you know, it's just been the family ever since. And
And then
that's,
with Nick, he's like amazing on guitar and the rest of production. But the way we write with him is he just picks up the guitar, starts playing something, and we're like, "Oh, I think I have a melody," and it just happens like that. Really genuine.
it just works very well together, you know.
So like you said, you've been doing this for about 4 years now. Just signed with a major label, Republic Records. People starting to get to know your name. So for those that are watching this for the first time, what was your journey like to get to this point?
So much hard work.
So
I feel like that's such like the stereotypical thing to say. It's like, oh, I was grinding, no one was like da 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 da, and then we just.
You hope,
we
but
popped.
it might not be though. We see a lot of times in music now, people just pop out of nowhere and then go away. So
It's true.
and so in your point, it looks like there's been a maturation process to get to this.
Oh
point.
yeah, we were doing everything on our own. You know, we have, you know, again, our team from Maryland that we just doing everything by ourselves. I remember we were in and out of like, you know, major label meetings, and they're like, how do you get these plays and do this yada yada, and we're just like, we have
people like them.
yeah, people like it.
this
It's like we
song?
don't have any connects or anything like that. It's just people listening to our music. That's all we could say, you know. And then we just kept working and try to, you know, perfect the craft, and things just kept growing.
I mean, we worked together like by ourselves for like 4 years until we met with the team, and then when we moved out to LA, I mean, we were couch hopping, homeless for 8-9 months.
yeah,
So, and
we thought saving $1,000 before moving out to LA would be
Yeah.
enough.
definitely not.
Didn't work.
Definitely
Did not work.
No.
Probably not enough to go
So
anywhere.
that's the PSA to everyone out there: have more than $1,000.
Yeah, have a plan before
Yes.
you go out there, you know, which we thought we did, and it just wasn't gonna happen. So then we, you know, were couch hopping for a lot of the time, and we were making like, you know, songs like "Do You Miss Me at All" and like some of our most popular songs during that homeless phase of, you know, couch hopping and stuff. I think it just motivated us to be like, okay, I'm gonna work so hard, I never have to be in this position ever again, and that's what happened, you know.
And now a big 2020 tour going on
Yeah.
with Marky Bass. You guys
Yeah.
are going to be up in Boston February 23rd. So
Yes.
Coming through?
Please come see
of
us.
course, absolutely, I got to
go.
see it live. I got to see
Yes.
what it's all about.
Oh yeah, it's a great time, man.
It's so cool that we're going on tour with Mark, because I was telling Gianni this earlier, like Marky Basie, when I was 17 and I heard his music, I was like, oh, maybe we should do this seriously. Like, I
Yeah.
want to like make music like this.
How cool
like,
is that?
Yeah,
and now it's full circle.
It's
Going
so
on tour.
crazy.
Yeah.
In this moment, is this what you expected it to be like as you're ramping up towards being on this big tour?
Oh man.
I think it's so cool that we get to like call this our job. Like
Yeah.
before, he was working at his parents' like hair salon
As a receptionist.
I was like working construction, just like living heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so cool that we get to do anything like this kind of
I
stuff.
was a good receptionist. Can we say that? I was answering phone calls, booking appointments. Come on, shout out.
Sweeping hair.
Sweeping hair. Opening, closing, you name it, man.
Someone's got to do it.
I did. It
were
was
you
me.
were you good at construction?
Oh, so good.
He's still good.
So yeah,
he
I'm
builds,
so, yeah.
he builds IKEA furniture so well.
so
It's-
well. He's like, can I help? I'm like, get
No,
out.
get,
Go
'cause
to
I'm
a
bad
different
at
room.
it.
Sure.
I'm terrible
He's
at
only
it.
gonna slow me down.
Well, that's why you guys work so well. One's bad, the other one's good at
It's-
picking it up.
Pick up, yeah, exactly.
You're bad at sweeping hair. He can sweep it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
fantastic. So as we look forward to 2020, like we talked about, I want to go back to the music video for a second.
Sure.
If you've been asked this before in an interview, don't crush me, YouTube. That girl's picture you see quick, has this been addressed? Or is that a real
No,
person?
no one's ever. I don't think anyone's.
All right,
ever,
so is that quick picture you see, is that a real person? Is that somebody that might look like somebody from before? How did that come
Oh
about?
man, you're about to expose us. It's just a friend. It's just a friend that.
But
wanted
it looks like.
But it resembles kind of like the girl I wrote it about.
It's shot really well because it's so quick, but then you go back and you're like, ooh, that face is blurred out. Like,
Yeah.
this could be someone else.
So many of the comments were like, "Who's the girl? What's her at?" Like
We did
who is it?
very specific things that like gave hints of like if she saw the video specifically, be like, oh, that kind of resembles my Instagram page. Oh, that's kind of weird.
Got
Like
it.
little things.
Well,
But
whoever she is, shout out to her.
yeah, shout out you. You know.
So Gianni and Kyle going on tour with Marky Basie, new single, new album out now. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.